Drug Enforcement Agency told Channel 2 Action News Gwinnett County is the drug hub for several major Mexican cartels. They have seized more cash here than anywhere else in the nation. I recently traveled to the southwest border to find out why it is still so easy to get drugs across the border and ship them to cities like Atlanta. Look closely at this hidden camera video. It captures armed drug smugglers. This wasn't shot just across the U.S. border. These people are deep inside the United States, in the desert, just outside of Phoenix.
This is 150 miles north of the border where you're seeing people carrying automatic weapons, escorting drugs and people into this country.
Chris Simcox founded the Minutemen, a citizens group that once patrolled the border. They disbanded recently when the Mexican cartels made the border just too dangerous. But now, former members of the group are setting up hidden cameras to watch all of this. Their videos are posted on a website.
This is an army that works on our territory. We need the National Guard. We need the Marines on the border to stop this from happening.
The cartels control smuggling routes. We rode with border agents near Douglas, Arizona, just a few miles outside of towns where the cartels move large loads of marijuana across the U.S. border.
They're going to have the drug smuggling organizations are going to try and cross in this particular area because they know we don't have cameras here.
The smugglers have cut this steel fence repeatedly and driven their trucks north. They avoid Border Patrol highway checkpoints and then hike or use ATVs to get through the desert to Tucson or Phoenix. Then they move the drugs east to major cartel hubs like Atlanta.
The vast majority of marijuana that's available throughout the United States has crossed the southern border at some point.
Tons of pot have made it to Atlanta because until last year, smugglers caught at the border faced little risk of prison time. Smugglers caught in this desert with less than 500 pounds of marijuana on them in the past haven't even been prosecuted. Federal government said they didn't have enough staff to do the prosecution of what they called small loads. Local prosecutors were getting frustrated that smugglers were set free and that the effective message was, it's okay to smuggle under 500 pounds.
The 100-pound load of marijuana that comes across this border ends up in a middle school in Atlanta, Georgia.
Finally, the rules were changed last year, but now the federal government is dealing with cartel violence that has been escalating. These are pictures of cartel shootouts in Mexican border towns. 23,000 people have been killed in the last 2 years.
The #1 employer right now in Mexico are the cartels. You either work for them or you die.
These are some of the high-powered weapons seized in Gwinnett, and we've already seen drug-related kidnappings and murders here. Arizonans warn us things could only get worse.
Now it's coming across our southern border, and it's moving eastward to you guys in Atlanta. And coming with it is the kind of violence that would make what was depicted years ago in Scarface look like Romper Room.
And law enforcement suspect the drug cartel possibly killed a rancher who turned in a group of marijuana smugglers crossing his property. Someone shot him to death days later.